All right, welcome to Tuesday night training. Oh my gosh, I haven't said that in so long, you guys. That is so weird, but it's so exciting to be here. I'm Shelly Turner, the Builderall Diva, and I feel like I've said that a bunch over the last few days because I've shot a bunch of videos getting ready for this training and also getting ready for another training. But I am so excited to be here with you guys. I feel like I have been missing out on all the fun. So we have to have a whole lot of fun tonight to make up for everything that I've missed. But I want to welcome you guys to Tuesday night training and also give a special welcome to our magnificent five. And I'm going to identify them right now so you know who they are. So, the very first up, the amazing Bridget Bartlett, and she is our niche marketing training and support specialist for local business. Then we've got Jackie DeClerc, and Jackie is our niche marketing training and support specialist for physical products. Then we've got Terry Stevenson, and Terry is our niche marketing training and support specialist for product launch. And then we've got the amazing Gene Jaquez. He will probably be here. Let's see, where is he here yet? I don't know if he's here yet, but he'll be coming in hopefully in a little bit. And he's the niche marketing training and support specialist for MLM and network marketing. And then we've got Keck Lynn, and Keck is our niche marketing training and support specialist for information products. Did I miss anybody? Did I get everybody? I always feel like I missed somebody. That's right.
Shelly Turner, the Builderall Diva.
Oh, and Shelly Turner, the Builderall Diva. Yay! Woohoo! So we are super excited to be here with you guys. We also have a few of our leaders here, and y'all forgive me if I don't get everybody, but I'll try to get everybody that's in the leadership group. So we've got Sparta Chris. If you're not watching Sparta Chris, you should start watching Sparta Chris. He does motivational tidbits every single day, keeps you motivated and out of your head and into taking action so you can keep working and building your business with Builderall. And he is absolutely amazing. And Sparta Chris, we are so super excited to have you with us today. It is always a treat to get you to have you here on our panel. And then we've got, let's see who else we have. Dominic Biggers. Dominic is one of our leaders inside of Builderall. We're always excited to have him with us. And he was just expressing how excited he is, thrilled to death, that he has moved to the north out of 80-degree weather into 8-degree weather. So congratulations, Dominic. What a move. And we've got Cindy Branson, who is another one of our amazing leaders. We're so excited to have her on board with us on the leadership team. And the value that she brings in, the excitement that she brings in, and it's always fun to just see her smiling face on the leadership team. So we're excited that she's here with us on Tuesday night training. And then we've got Chris Chesar. Chris Chesar is another one of our leaders. We love watching his videos, and gosh darn it, he's just freaking funny. So we love having Chris here all the time when we get the chance. And let's see who else. Did I miss anybody? We've got Judy Gunn. Judy is one of our leaders that hails from Australia. So she is really, it's like super duper early in the morning for her, right, Judy? Is it super early in the morning for you? Or super late?
No, it's not too bad. It's just after 9 in the morning.
Oh, okay, that's good. So you're looking wonderful for 9 a.m. I look terrible. Congratulations, you are completely awesome. Now let me flip through and see if I've missed anybody, because I've got a lot of people that are kind of hiding behind things. Oh my gosh, I see so many faces that I haven't seen for so long. So let me tell you, if I missed you, I am really sorry, but hopefully I caught everybody. Thank you, leaders, for being here. We are always glad to see your faces. We are always glad to see you participating and helping other members. And we are just so thankful that you are part of our leadership team and helping members inside of Builderall. So what are we going to do today? What's the excitement about today? Well, I'm always excited about everything that has to do with Builderall, but today is a very special day because one of the things that we do is in the Mag5 is we always try to think of where our members are at and what they need help with. And one of the things that Mag5 does is they put out massive amounts of content. So if you don't know this already, they do trainings every day inside of their Facebook groups. So if you need to find where their Facebook groups are at, let's take a look at where we can find them. So you guys can actually make sure that you are at least a member of them and you're seeing their content that they're putting out every single day. So I'm going to share my screen. And right here, I'm on the Builderall dashboard. And I'm just going to go to the new knowledge base. And when I click there, on that page, there's a lot of information on this page. If you haven't been here yet, go here and consume every bit of information on this page. But if you scroll down, here are the 5 niche marketing training and support specialist Facebook groups. So you can join one of these or you can join all 5 of these. And this is going to give you an amazing amount of information and content and instruction, and you're just going to be shocked every day at the training and the information that they're putting out. And not just about Builderall. It's about strategy. It's about their specific niche area. So Bridget's going to talk about local business. Jean's going to talk about network marketing. Jackie's going to talk about physical products. Terry is going to talk about product launch, and Keck is going to talk about information products. So they're just going to blow you away with what they know about those niche marketing areas. And then on top of that, they have actual training inside of the dashboard. So if you go to the dashboard and you go to training, these 5 right here are full-blown e-learning courses inside of your dashboard that they've created in their niche marketing area. So not only can you go into their Facebook groups and get a ton of information there, but you can go into their e-learning courses for their specific niches and actually jump in and get training there. But as if that was not enough, we got more. So if you go to the builderall.com site, so I'm just going to go to builderall.com. And I'm going to go to the blog. So right here on builderall.com, I'm going to click blog. And every single day, every single weekday, there is an article that's written by our Magnificent 5. And there's our beautiful Bridget right there. And her article is What is Content Marketing? So that's her latest article that she's got inside of the blog. And if you scroll down, look at this content. We've got Bridget, we've got Jackie, we've got Keck. There's Terry right there. If I keep scrolling to another page, you're going to see Jean and then Bridget again and then Jackie again. It's amazing and never ending, this content that is available to you guys. So why am I telling you about all this content? Why is it important? Well, let me kind of relate a story. You know, when I was in high school, I remember the worst day in my English class was always when the teacher came in and said, all right, students, today you're going to write a paper, and you can write that paper on anything you want, right? That was like the worst thing ever, because then you spent the first 2 days trying to figure out what you were even going to write about, right? You would just sit there and go, can you please just give me something, a topic to write about? I can do it a lot faster if you just give me a topic, right? So when we're talking about creating our own content, when we want to create our own content for our business and we don't have anything to start with, sometimes it's so difficult and you catch yourself sitting in front of your computer and just drawing a blank on even where to start, where to get started, where to even get the information. What do I talk about? What do I know? What do they need to know about my niche? It's very difficult to get started. So what we want to teach you guys how to do tonight is actually take all of these resources that are put out by Builderall and get you at a starting point so you can start creating your own content. Now, is anybody excited about that? I'm excited. I'm so ready. So we're going to talk about the different ways that you can take content that's already there inside of Builderall, whether it's from one of the Facebook groups, it's from the blog, is it from the training that they've done? There's so many different places that you can take content that's already there and then kind of chew it up, munch it up, and regurgitate it in a way that now it's your content and you are seen as the expert. So I'm super excited because we have Bridget, Jackie, we have, let's see, Terry, and we'll have Jean in a bit and myself, and we're going to teach you 5 different ways to be able to take existing content and turn it into content for yourself. And I think what you're going to see is there is no set way to do it. You just got to do it. So I'm super excited about this. And any of you Mag5, would you like to go first or would you like me to go first? Bridget, you want to go first? All right, I'm going to hand it
to go
over to you.
first.
And I will let you knock it out of the park because I've been excited about yours. I can't wait to see it. I get the sneak peek, you guys, and the sneak peek was phenomenal. So I would hand it over to you, Bridget, and show them how you can take some information and make it yours.
All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen because before you ever create a single piece of content, you need a call to action. So what's the point? What are we trying to promote, right? So let me go ahead, move this around. Let me hide my Telegram so you can't see. Okay. So my call to action here is to promote this particular blog post, okay? I don't need to recreate the blog post, it's already here. But if this is what I'm trying to promote, like maybe it's a client's blog post, or maybe it's a lead magnet that I have about LinkedIn marketing, maybe it's a YouTube video I've created, however I want to promote this call to action, meaning this blog, right? Here's my blog post. I actually wrote this. I read through here. And when you're thinking about like, what kind of content, what am I going to do with this? What I like to do is kind of make a list here. So I've actually gone through here and I love to choose questions because you have to think, if I'm going to create a graphic for this blog post to promote, right? I need a call to action. So I have my link here. I need some text content. That's always better for algorithms. It's also better to tell people why you want them to click here. And I need some kind of short, like a question or a statement that is intriguing. So my first image here that I'm going to create, or my first statement, is going to be, are you ignoring LinkedIn? And I got this directly from, I think it was down here somewhere. Are you ignoring LinkedIn? To me, when I read, are you ignoring LinkedIn? I'm thinking, if I'm a business owner, I probably want to read that. So I've created some text content that I literally copied from here, okay? In the section where I talk about ignoring, or how most businesses ignore LinkedIn. So what I'm doing is I'm going to create, if this is my one blog post or my client's one blog post a week, I want to create 7 days of content to promote this blog post, okay? And I love to have this Google Sheet where I divide it all easily, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. But these are the things that I need to create. So if I'm doing this for a client, I want to do this for 30 days. I want to get all of this content created, do my research, create my graphics, and I want to schedule it out, and then I'm done. So whatever that client paid me, I can get it all done in a few hours. So from this article, I got these questions, okay? So are you ignoring LinkedIn? I have my text here, I have my call to action. Do small businesses need LinkedIn? So I have some text here, find out more, call to action. So is your LinkedIn profile helping or hurting your business? So that's actually kind of long, because the goal you want to think about when you're, creating graphics, you just want bold text that's going to catch their attention, okay? But this is sufficient. Yes? Have questions? No? Okay. So the next question I have, are you using LinkedIn groups for your business? And then here is just a statement. Do not ever do this on LinkedIn. So again, I have some text here. I have a call to action, which is my link. How to gain more partners on LinkedIn. I have the text here. All of this stuff is just from this one article, okay? So I also have this blog post here because I'm going to share this with you in just a second. So what am I going to do with all of this? Okay, here's 7 days of content. What am I going to do with it? Well, I love to use Canva. If you've seen any of my training, if you've ever probably had a conversation with me, I've talked about Builderall and Canva because I love it. So now what I want to do is just quickly and easily create some graphics for this. So you can search through here for some templates. I actually kind of looked through. What I like is a template like this. Now, obviously, this is not LinkedIn. This is Pasta. But I love the template, and I'll tell you why. Here's an image in the background that is easily replaced. Here is some basically just a title heading here. Here's the bold print that I want. And here's a place that I could put my website. Okay, so let's actually take this first. Here's my first text here that I want to put on my image. I'm going to go back here, and side note, Facebook, if you want to create your graphics, the best way is to make them 1,000 pixels by 788, which is what Facebook is. But also keep in mind, if you want to use these same graphics for like LinkedIn, this will be the correct size. But if you're doing Twitter or you're doing Instagram, it may cut off the edges. So that's another reason why I like this template, because even if it grabs the middle here, for Twitter or Instagram specifically, then I still have the main point of my template. So what I want to actually do here is I'm just going to type in small business tips for LinkedIn. Okay. So I may like that, I may not like that. The point is to get the content in there, right? So now I'm just going to highlight over this text here, and I'm going to click Control V. So now I have my text here. Now maybe I want to just put my website here. So let's just say builderall.com. All right, so now this image is definitely not LinkedIn. So let me go to images here, and let me just literally type in LinkedIn. So now I have all of these selections, and I want to use these images about LinkedIn because that's what I'm promoting. So when somebody just barely glances at this graphic, I want them to think LinkedIn, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and just choose this graphic, and if you hover over it, it's gonna make a liar out of me, but you can just actually, it should just auto-populate that image behind there, but I'm just going to actually manually add it. Okay, so then I'm just going to position this backwards. Now I have all of this on the top. Okay, I've just layered it. So now what you can do is just go through here. You can use all of your brand colors here that I love. Canva allows you to store all of your brand colors. You want to, you know, basically make this your brand. Now, here's the beauty of this, okay? I quickly created this. Now, I would do some more work and, you know, make it like beautiful. But once I've created this, all I need to do is just duplicate, okay? Now, I'm going to keep the same template, but I might want to swap the images out, right? I want to use a completely different image. So I may use this one. Now, it's going to auto-populate. So then I'm just going to go next in my list here. So now on day 2, I have do small businesses need LinkedIn. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to go back to Canva. And the only thing I'm replacing now is just that question. Okay. Now it's kind of big. So I'm just going to work with it a little bit, make it smaller. Okay. So this is literally, I'm just going to go down the list here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on all of these. So when I go to my social media scheduler, whatever I'm using, I'm just going to copy this text here and paste. I'm going to copy my link here, and I'm going to paste. And then I'm just going to add that coordinating image. So what I did is I actually, to save time, since a lot of people are showing a lot of valuable things here, I actually created this ahead of time to show you, you know, exactly what you can do with it. So you create the one template. I just added the day 1 here. I have LinkedIn tips for small business. I have our logo, the website. And then as you scroll down here, these are each of the 7 days. So because I am feeling so generous, and this is a family reunion, I'm actually going to share this with you. And the cool part is that you can actually, I'm going to share with you the link to this template. So Canva is kind of like Builderall. It allows you to share a link, and then you can actually use that. So you guys will be able to use the same content and put your own logo, your own website, and all of that, and then promote however, whatever call to action that you want to do. So let me go ahead, and I'm going to share here, and I'm going to put it in the chat so that you guys actually, I think viewer is what you can have here. So let me stop sharing. I'm going to share it in the chat. There you go.
That
And
is
that's it.
crazy awesome. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to copy that and put it into my documents so that when we actually upload this to YouTube, I'll put it inside the YouTube as well. So anybody that's watching the replay will actually be able to get access. And I will also add it to our affiliate resource board. And I'm going to show you in a few minutes where you can access that resource board and get all of this information as well. So what do you guys tell me, what do you guys think about that method of taking Bridget's existing article, and she took one article and broke it down into 7 different content items so that that one thing can represent 7 individual days of content. And boy, howdy, does she look like a professional, right? Because she's got that beautiful image that she created, and she's got the little text that goes with the image, and then a call to action. So you guys tell me, are you excited about it?
Yes, definitely.
Easy to
I
do?
love it.
Cosmos, is that an easy thing to do?
Yeah, yes. As a matter of fact, I used to do a bit of blogging. Started off by not having a clue what blogging was. Got to the stage where I started blogging, and then it is causing me to think that I should really go back to doing some blogging as a start.
Awesome. Awesome. And I know just if your niche is closely related to what we're doing with Builderall, we've got tons of resources that you could draw from on Builderall for sure. So definitely exciting. So thank you, Bridget. That was beautiful. I love it. All right. So Mag5, who would like to go next? Anybody volunteer? Jackie. Oh my gosh, I've been so excited about Jackie too. You guys, this group is amazing, and everybody has so many different talents, and super excited about what Jackie is going to show you how to do today as well. So I'm going to throw it to you, Jackie, and show them, amaze them, what you can do with pulling some Builderall content and making it your own.
Great. Thank you so much. Just want to make sure everybody can hear me. All right. Before I start, just want to say thank you so much that you guys are all here. It's amazing to see so many people in the same room. So I'm quite excited to share my little idea of how you can repurpose the content. And obviously, I think most of you already know what I'm probably going to show you, because it's something that's very close to my heart. And it's something that I literally abuse inside of Builderall, and that is our magazine app. So I am just going to try and make it short as possible, because I know that this is a little bit, a lot of information in a short time that we're trying to push it into, but I'm sure you're going to get the idea of what I am trying to do. So let me share my screen with you. And as I go through it, I will just talk. Let me just go grab my screen here. And just 2 seconds. I just want to minimize that screen. Seeing that we've got so many screens to share in so many places. All right. Can you guys see the Builderall blog right in front of you? Okay, perfect. The first thing that you would need to do when it comes to even if you're just thinking about the magazine app as a whole, I've learned that a lot of people has a problem when it comes to content creation, especially for a magazine. Now, my magazines are all about 72 pages plus, because I believe in over-delivering. And when it comes to a lead magnet, I don't think there's anybody that can tell me anything different than a magazine builder is going to create the authority for you. There's no other lead magnet that can do that, and that you can use to monetize everything else that you've got, from advertising into your magazine, promoting your affiliate link, promoting any of your own products, promoting other people's products. It is really an awesome way to scale your business. So basically, the first thing that you would need to do to repurpose our blog is to go and choose which of the blog posts you would like to use. And according to that, the best thing to do is, I'm just going to grab myself, because I'm very biased looking at myself here. Not that I'm thinking I'm pretty or something, but we all tend to go to the things that we do. So as you can see, one of my blog posts was 7 deadly sins in digital marketing. So let's say I want my magazine to be more e-commerce focused or just digital marketing. You're going to have to choose which area you want to go. But in this case, it's digital marketing. So you're going to go grab all the articles inside our blog that you would like to use, and you're going to copy them to a Word document. So you can see what I've got here. I've got the 7 deadly sins, why HTTPS is important, the scarcity timer, and the top social media in 2021. These are a few of the posts that we've got in Builderall. And let's say I'm only going to have these 4, but probably you can have all of them because it's about digital marketing and supplying a valuable lead magnet. That's basically what it's about. Now, I only copied the one article. As you can see, let me just go back. I only copied this one article because for the time that I'm going to spend with you, it's a little bit short. So you're going to copy them all. And then what you need to do inside of those posts, most of them has got links. Make sure that the links are cookied, because you are going to use that inside of your magazine, that when people come to your magazine and they click on the article or they click on the button for more information, they would be able to go to the areas that is specified. So make sure that they are cookied. And then I'm going to go jump right into the magazine now. And before we start with the magazine app itself, I almost forgot. You've got the content ready, but you don't have the images. I would suggest that you go and look for images, whether it's this awesome Canva that Builderall or that Bridget and I use, because we both love Canva. And so you can go grab your images from there. It's just going to make it a lot easier because everything is already there for you. Or you can go to places like Splash or Kind PNG or any of those ones. You can actually use any. And then make sure that while you're looking for images that's going to fit those different kinds of profiles or different kinds of posts, that you keep your cover page in mind. Now, the cover page can have a background that is blurry with the front of the image standing out, the person standing there or whatever, or you can make sure that you go to removepng.com and you take the background away. So that's basically what you need to do. So now that you've posted and everything, let's go to the magazine app right here. Now, you can create the magazine from scratch. That is what I normally do. But before this time period that I've got right now, we're just going to go to all templates. I just want to move all these people on the side. And then we're going to look at all these different kinds of templates. I have to admit, I am very impressed with what Builderall has come up. The amount of templates that you can choose and adjust is just amazing. So you can go along and look at something that's going to resonate with you and that you can work with. So I'm just going to grab this specific one. I always like covers that looks like a magazine with these different kinds of images around them. So you can click on the eye to go look if that's what you want, but let's just select that specific one for now. All right, so now we're getting to the front page. Now the front page is very important. And normally what I do is I would create my whole magazine and I will come back to the front page once it's completed. But in this case, we don't need to, because when we go back to our Untitled document, you're going to know exactly what the content is that's going to be in the magazine. You've got your headings right there already. All you basically need to do is you can adjust and change your headings to fit your needs for the cover page. Make it shorter, change it a bit according to yourself and your speaking voice. And the same applies to the content themselves. You can change it a little bit more to sound like you, because obviously all of these posts are written in the persona of ourselves. So it is a good idea to go through it and make the content your own. All right, so now we've got our headings. Now, what I love about the new way that Builderall has got right here is the fact that there's lots of space on the side that you can use. And why I'm saying that is because I'm going to show you what I do. I always remove everything to the side. And as I work with them, I will separately add them back. And the reason I'm doing this is because it's going to give me the space I need to work with that specific item. If this was too close to each other, you can see it's overlapping. You're going to struggle to work with a specific thing. So I make sure that I create space. The same with that one. And I'm just going to delete the cover page because we don't want that. So we right click and delete. So that is our cover page. Now, the very first thing we're going to do is I am going to upload all my images. If you use this background image right here on the side, it means that it's going to cover the whole page right there. So I'm going to show you quickly what happens. Now, I've already uploaded all the images. I think I have. I actually haven't here because I'm in the wrong account. Okay, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm in my wrong account here. Sorry for that, guys. I'm in my niche account instead of my own account.
Oh my gosh, I do that all the time, Jackie.
Is it?
All the time. I go look for a picture or whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not even in the right account.
Yeah, you guys don't know how many new funnels I've created on the Builderall main account, thinking I was in my own account.
Oh, goodness. All right, I just want to see. Yeah, this is it. You guys can see my thing just goes on and on and on and on and on. All right, let me just grab template here that I was using and continue where I was. All right, I'm just going to grab that away again. And while I'm doing that, you also have to think about your brand. You need to think about the colors of your magazine as well. It's always about the branding and make things fit. And don't reinvent the wheel, especially when it comes to these templates. They're already branded with the right colors. You can just adjust and change. So make sure when you create you'll find images, that's going to fit. So I'm just going to delete that. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to click background image. And I'm going to show you 2 of the things that I've uploaded. You can see here is one that is transparent. The specific one is a transparent image. And then the other one, and I don't know if I've uploaded that one. It's got a background around it. Just want to see. I did not upload that one. But I'm going to show you what happens if I add that now. You can see, even if I click and try to move it around, I can't do that. So sometimes it's a good idea, especially if the image that you have used is going to fit this box and you want it to be exactly that way. But in my case, there's no space that I want to add to the top for my name of my magazine. So I prefer rather not to have that and rather delete the specific image that I've got right here. So I'm going to just delete. Oh, good. I've just deleted the page. Oh my word, what have I done? Sorry, guys, I'm going back. I shouldn't have deleted. You see, I'm going so fast. Let me just add another one. Sorry. This is now the 3rd time. Are you learning nicely? Because it's reinforcing.
This is
moving
great,
it to
Jackie, because when we make those mistakes, we know what to do.
Yes.
They're gonna leave this training knowing exactly how to move things off of the page.
Yes.
Exactly.
And delete.
Repetition is king.
Okay.
Learning.
All right. So here on the left-hand side, I'm going to add the image. And you can see it brings up this box for us. I'm going to scroll down, select the image. And I want to go grab the image that I removed the background from. And that's fine. Because now you're going to see why now you can adjust it and change it the way you want it. So I can say, okay, that's going to give me enough space at the top, but I'm not going to use it. Now, why am I not going to use it straight away? Because if I start adding things to it, I'm going to have difficulty in moving all my things around. So this is going to give me idea how to plan it. So let's start with the first one. I'm going to create the name for the magazine. So let's just, I just want to think of a name quickly. Digital warfare. Let's do that one. I don't know what you guys think about digital warfare, but okay. So we can do that one. And I'm a perfectionist. I have to have that right there. And I probably think I should make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to double click. And I think it's going to be about 40. Yes, that will fit me better. So let's have digital warfare. And then we need to have maybe something at the bottom. Let's say one platform to rule them all. Something like that. All right, and let's just double click because we don't want it to be that big. All right, it's a little bit better. And I think it's still too long. And we're just going to make it a little bit better. And I think maybe we should go for 20. Oh, I don't know, like it 20. There we go. You see what I mean? If you have it all on the same page, what can happen? So there we go. It's still too big. Are you guys there? All right. Let's go 15. That's better. All right. There we go. One platform to rule them all. But now that is the basic colors, but I think I can do better with that. And I am going to really hammer on this thing because it's very important that you think about the name as well, because it's going to stay with the person as well. So I'm going to be spending a little bit of time on this because I want you guys to see the impact of a good magazine. That's not the one. Oh, that's the one. Okay, let's just make it like that. And then you can turn it around. So that's digital warfare. We've got that there, and we can actually increase this slightly, but you get the idea. All right, so there is your title. Now you know you're going to go back to your magazine or your Word document, 7 Deadly Sins in Digital Marketing. Now, the reason I love to have numbers inside of a cover page, because you can highlight that number. So if we highlight the number, we can say, for an example, the first one is 7 digital sins, 7 deadly. Let me just delete. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to use. 7 deadly sins in digital marketing. All right, we can have that like that and that. So it's going to be together. So we can have it maybe there, or we can have it there. And then we can have, I'm not going to use that one. I'm just going to add text. It's so small. I'm just going to go 7. And I'm going to increase that 7. I know this takes a little bit of time, but it's only the first page that has got this kind of impact. And then something like that. And we can actually make it slightly bigger. Now you guys getting a bit of a design lesson here as well. So now you can see we already get that all in order. And you can make it even bigger, bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as well. It's just to get the idea. And that is what you're going to do with each and every single one of them. So if I have to choose another one, why is HTTPS so important? Importance of HTTPS.
Chip was asking a question in the group. Why were you able to change the size of the second time that you upload the image rather than the first time? And the answer to that, Chip, is the first time that she brought that image of that guy holding the digital marketing sign, she put it as the page background. So putting it as the page background, it locks it into the background of the page. So once it puts it there, you can't move it, you can't resize it. It just puts it as the page. But if she pulls it in as an individual image rather than putting it as the background, then she has the power to grab it and resize it and put it any way she wants to. So that's what she was showing is the difference between bringing an image in as the background of the page versus bringing it in as an individual image that you can manipulate to put anywhere you want.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. All right, so you guys can see, you can start adding, I'm not going to add all of the details now right here, but you can start adding all of it in. If you don't like that in that specific areas, you can always make it smaller, bigger, you can move it up, you can have text on the other side. So if we do, maybe you can take this digital marketing, you can change it a bit. I'm not going to go into that much detail, but you can move it around and place it maybe on that side. It's all up to you, but in this case, it fits nicely like that. You're going to start adding some text here. You can add some more text there and just add some more text. We can just take that one there because it's already color. Ooh, Scarcity Timer. Something like that. I'm just bringing up anything because I want to show you the next page, which is important. And highlight. Oh, I've just moved it off the page. And we can have scarcity timer there and whatever it is. So you can play around until you find the right place. And then you can put in your magazine. Now that's a very important thing you also have to remember is not to go too close to the side of the magazine, because if you do, it's not going to look nice when people are going to go scroll through it. So make sure that you place it in the right places and go preview to make sure it's all right. So that is for creating that. So if you go to the next page, here you're going to put on some details, obviously, about yourself. So you don't really need to change much. You're just going to add in your content there about yourself, as well as on the next page. So I would just double click on the image, select the image, scroll for something. There's one of myself. Let me just grab me again. And let me just take that away. And highlight yourself a bit because you are the expert in whatever you're doing. Make sure your colors is congruent. Go to the next page. And this is where your content is. You already know all your titles here. And this is where you need to slotting them in. So you're going to not add the page number, but you will add in there. All right, 7 deadly sins in digital marketing. That's an @ sign. It's not 7, but there we go. Doop, doop. Although you do not know yet what this page number is, you are going to come back to the page to add your page number. The same with the images. All you need to do is go to the image, select image, grab the image that's going to fit that specific one. So I'm just going to say, let's say that one. And then you're going to go to the next one, change the image, choose the right one. I'm just choosing randomly now, but you guys get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. So you're going to add all the details here from all the blog posts that you're going to have. You're just not going to change the page numbers yet. Then you're going to go to the next page after you've done all of them. Now don't delete this page. think about it this way. This is your front page, okay? When it turns, this is what's going to be on the inside. This will be on the front page at the back of it. The next page next to it was going to be this image. So they sit next to each other. Don't try, let it be flowing from one page to the other page. Because if you've got something crazy going on here and something crazy there, it's just not appealing to the eye. You want it to be flowing.
So
and then the next page.
do that preview so they can see what you mean by that. Because that's really important to understand, is that flow from one page to the next.
There you guys can see what I mean about the
flow.
So
that's why you don't want to just delete pages, because you might say, I just want that editor page there with my information, but I don't want my picture. So I'm just going to delete that page. Well, what that does is it moves all the pages up, and now you don't have that flow that's happening in those pages, like what you're seeing right there with those pages together. So always be thinking carefully about your page setup and making sure that it flows. That's a really, really good tip from Jackie.
And what you also need to remember is, a lot of people say, but how do I change that who, or can I change that words? Everything is, you can change anything in the magazine. If you double click there, you can change it. The only things that cannot be changed is if you bring in an image that covers this whole page, that's got text on it and whatever, like some of our magazines do that, like the Builderall magazine that I've done recently, that was images that I brought in. Then you can't do this. But in this case, anything can be changed and adjusted according to your needs. All right, so let's go to the next page and to those content pages. Now, again, you can see here, this page and that one is the ones that's going to be next to each other. Now, I know that this is the 5th page and I'm not going to use it. Then I can hit delete and confirm. Now I know this is my first, that is the inner on the left, that is the right, that is the left, that is the right, that is the left. And that is exactly what I want now. So my first thing is going to be here now would be the 7 deadly sins. So you're going to type 7 deadly sins. Now, guys, obviously you guys need to, I'm not going to do formatting and all that kind of thing. You're going to have to go change it here according to the sizes and the words. Otherwise, we're going to be here forever. So you're going to have your 7 deadly sins sitting right there. I can probably change the color a bit and all that kind of stuff. Let's just make that black for now. But you see what I'm trying to do. So the same, right click on the image, change the image, choose something that fits. Right, because I haven't got the right images right there for it now. So let's just grab that one that we chose, earlier. And it's not about brand, so don't make this mistake. That's just an image. I'm going to go to the next page. And now I'm not going to use this specific image because we want text there. And I'm just going to bring this text up. I am not going to use that because I've already said it is the 7 deadly sins. You can if you like to. And now I'm going to go to the untitled document. I'm going to go grab the information. So I'm not going to grab all of them at once, and you're going to see why. I'm going to copy, go back to the magazine, double click. I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to Control V. And all of it is sitting right there now. So now you can see we've got some information here. Now, what happens if you click right here on this thing? You're going to see you're going to be able to bring in the content and make it smaller. So what I do is I'm going to put it the size that I want. Let's make it like a little bit taller. And I want the top piece, maybe there. And then I'm going to, from here onwards, I'm going to cut it again or delete it or whatever you want to copy it. I'm going to see if I can delete it rather. Oh, I delete the whole thing. Sorry, guys. You just copy it in again. Copy. Text. Excuse me. And you must remember you need to make the same font all across your magazine right through. All right, so let's just do that. And I'm going to copy the same thing. I'll delete that. I think that's what I said I didn't want. All right, I can even take that piece away. And the reason I'm doing it is because I'm trying to format it so that it looks nice. So we've got that little line right there. And then we can add some more text to it. Control V. And now we don't need that piece because we only got up until that profit thing there. So we can double click. And I think it was 10 that we used. And you can draw it out so that it starts looking a little bit more nice. And now you can format and double click and make spaces in between if you like. It's totally up to you. Now this would be the first page, the second page. And now obviously the article is going to continue. So you don't necessarily want this page as well, but we can use the images. So I'm just going to delete that for now. I mean that one. Gonna go back to the magazine, and I'm just gonna grab that now, copy, go back to the magazine, add text, double click, Control V, put it in there. I'm saying, okay, I don't want, let's say Control. And I think it's 10 we said. And now what you can do is, you don't necessarily want to have all of this words, you want text as well. So you can maybe take out, oops. You can maybe take out some of the text right there. Let's say that piece and that piece. All right. So now we've got the text there. We've got now leave the numbers there. We can have this image. We can add an image to it. Maybe like that. And we can stretch this one a little bit more across the page. And remember to, if you go into your image, to make sure that your headings is right. And you can even change it slightly to a different color according to what you've chosen. And now you can see, you can start populating your magazine with all of these amazing articles we have in the blog by just adding text and keep adding to it and design your pages. Now, obviously, I haven't talked about these other things here. This is images that you can add, or you can even, if you click on add shapes, you can grab a shape. I'm just going to give it a color quickly. Doesn't matter what the color is going to be right now. Let me just put it in a place. If you put it across like this, you can see the image is sitting there. Let me just give it a color. Background. Red is not the right color, but I'm going to show you what happens if I put it like this. And we go look at preview. You can see the images is showing right there. And that's what you can do with the magazine when it comes to design. So now if you can see the next page, to make this now look nice, you can maybe take this red dot and go add it on that side. So let's go back, and I'm doing that so that you can get the idea about design. So adding the content, you see how to add the content. Now, I have to say something that you should not do. And maybe it's just a preference, but I do not like to use images such as this across 2 pages. Now you might ask me why. Because if the person goes to mobile, this is going to be cut in half, and people are going to see half of this person's face. So you need to make sure that you choose images like this in the front that can be standalone. If it cannot be standalone, rather not choose it because the magazine is going to look weird and you don't want that. So make sure that you choose things that is not overlapping like this. I mean, it was a good idea for a visual representation when it's on mobile, on desktop. But what if this person is going to be on mobile? Can you see what happens to the image right here? It's half of a face. It doesn't make sense why that's there. So it is a good idea to always make sure that you change that. So in this example, all I'm going to do is to remove this image and go grab my shape, add it to the top of the page, change the background. I'm not using the right colors because I'm just rushing it. And then you can have another column of words that you're going to add right there just to make it look nicer. It's always about creating the columns and creating the text, grabbing the right information so it flows. And you'll see what I say now. Control V. And we make that a 10. Oops. I am going super fast. And now obviously, this is not the same text as that, but I just want to give you the idea what I'm talking about. So you're going to start adding, all the fonts must be the same. All your headings must be the same. Don't choose different text right through the magazine. So that is basically it. Let me just go further. And then obviously you can delete these pages. So now let's say you are, this is now your page number. You're at the end of it. You know this is where 7 Deadly Sins is. This is now where you need to think about it. There's a number 7 there, but that doesn't mean this is page number 7. Look, page number 5 at the top. This is page number 5. So you need to make sure that you go and change all your things there at the top because you might have added and deleted pages. And then you're going to go back and you're going to go change that according to what it's supposed to be. Now let's say you're at the end of this article and you want to send people to something specific. All you need to do is go and add an image. Or not an image, a block. And this is like a read more kind of thing, or visit this page for more information, or whatever the case might be. And then on this specific one, we've got different things that you can do with it. You can either add an image, you can have a gradient and all that kind of things. But what we want to do is we are going to add some text to it. I'm going to make it slightly lighter because I don't like it that dark, and give it a color and play around with it and giving it a groove or whatever you want to do right there. Now we're going to add some text to it. And this text might be saying buy more or whatever, read more. I'm just going to randomly type it in. And we want this text to go to this page, to the text that we have highlighted, this specific cookied link. You're going to copy that cookied link and you are going to link it. You can say go to URL page and go to page. So we wanted to go to the URL and that is all we need to do. And that's done. Then you're going to grab it. You can change the color obviously. And now it forms part of your block. But what I also do, I just don't do it with the read more. I also do it with the text box. Now, why would I want to do it with a text box? In the past, I actually don't know if you guys know that. Sometimes when people click on magazines and things, they will click on the edge of the box, and it's not going to work because you only did the read more. And that's what I like, is to make sure that I add it to the box as well, just in case. So I'm put it in both just for in case, basically. So that is for that. Now, once you've done that with your whole magazine, you're going to go back and you're going to link these pages, these blocks, to the right pages. So how do you do that? So you can see you can go to this block. If you double click, same thing. You can now go to where are you going to choose it? You're not going to use a URL, but you're going to go to the page. And here you choose which page it must go to. And that's all you need to do. And then that is linked in your magazine as well. So when people come, they just click on it and it's going to jump right to that page. And guys, that's basically it all in a nutshell, because I think I can go on forever and ever and ever with the design and how to put these things together. But I think you get the idea that you can utilize all the content,
I
put it
know,
in this
but
magazine. Yes.
Yeah, hi Jackie. Yeah, so the presentation was too good. I loved it. And I think you missed only one thing. For the awareness of the viewers, I want to represent that when you were showing that side by side, right? Taking the preview. If you go to the left menu and take the sixth menu at the left side, that the new update in Builderall, it shows side by side itself from the development area itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one
Cool.
thing. And second thing, very important that I want to get updated. What will be, suppose if the magazine background, whatever it is, what will be the size of that page if you want to create in a Canva? I think it is something around 327 into 500 or something, but I'm not exactly sure about that.
You know what I do is, to be quite honest, with all my magazines, I use a normal A4 page. And all I do is I think a normal A4 page, and then I just stretch it. I don't bring it in as an image to cover the whole background. I bring it in as an image, and then I adjust it to the size of it to make sure it doesn't bleed. But I think Cindy, I think it was you, Cindy, that said the last time during the course, when you did my course, you said about, I don't know if it was you or another student that said that they've got the set size. Was it you? I'm not sure.
I don't have a set size. No, I did kind of do what you did. I did create a few pages for the contents and so forth in Canva and just pulled them over and stretched them out.
Yes, it's the best way. Dominique.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say I can listen to you forever. Okay. I love your accent. I just adore you. You are the queen of magazines, always have been. I've done a little bit of magazine design myself. And what I found on the topic you were just talking about, that when you're trying to have an image on, like, because I did a full page ad for somebody that took up 2 pages. So basically 2 pages, you open it up and it was one full ad. And what I found is you could actually set the size, and it's very important that you use the same image on that page and that page. Now it's a little tricky getting it lined up. You have to do a little nudging, but you do finally get it lined up. And the trick is the images have to be the exact pixel size in height and width. I
wanted to show you guys that, but it takes a little bit of time for me now.
It's tricky. It takes time. It really is time consuming.
There is a resolution, or not a resolution. There is a solution for it, and I can teach you guys that. But unfortunately, they've taken the ruler away. I've requested and asked that they put the ruler back, because the ruler is going to help you to align those images quickly. But I have asked them, so I hope the developers is going to listen to me. Shelley, if you can please make a note, because that ruler is very important if you want to align those images. Now we have to use the XY axis, and that makes it quite difficult to get into the right area.
Awesome.
I just wanted to chime in there with the images sizes. I don't know if it's like for this, but it would help you guys out if you're using Canva. Just do the regular letter paper size, which is 8.5 by 11. Right, that's the size of a magazine. So then all you would need to actually work with is the resolution, whether it would be 72 to call. I forgot what's it called.
DPI.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly that, 72 or 300. Usually for printing, I think it's like 300 or like 275 or something like that. So that's the only thing that you need to worry about. It's the resolution, but 8.5 by 11. That's the size that you guys want to use when it comes for your magazine images.
And the thing is, you basically have 2 choices. Inside of the magazine directly, or you can go build it in Canva and bring it in as an image. But there's a negative and a positive on both ways. The positive thing about building directly into the magazine is because the size of the magazine is going to be a hell of a lot less. Because remember, for every single page that you bring in is going to be an image, and there is an amount of size according to that image. And the way I learned about this whole thing is that when I did my very first magazine, it was 72 pages. And I had a lot of people coming to me and say they struggle, they cannot open this magazine. It just doesn't want to load. And then I've learned to make the images, compress the images so much that I would be able to put it into the magazine and it would be better. But even if I've compressed it, it's still a big file. And it still takes some time to load, especially if it's people that are not in a fast internet connection, and they tend to get frustrated. And during my whole time, eventually I said, okay, well, let me put on a PDF. But then you're missing the point. The moment you're starting to put a PDF that is printable, then it's not a digital magazine anymore. Then anybody can download it. And the idea is for them to click on those links and to monetize your magazine. So you must try to avoid having it as a PDF, to be quite honest. Otherwise, you can just create an ebook that they can download.
This was fantastic. I love this because, guys, what's happening with what Jackie's done here is she's shown you how to take the massive amounts of content that's put out in this blog and pull that content, do a little bit of change, right? Don't take it word for word, because you need to put it in your style and your voice and your flair, your personality. But it doesn't take long. You saw how she easily copied it over, taken a little bit of time to read the information and change it up a bit, and then start dropping it into a magazine. And I know that it looks scary, right? It does look scary. The first time that you're looking at this, you're like, that's going to take me 62 hours. It will, the first time you do it. Right, Cindy? Right, Jackie? It's going to take
only the first time.
62,000 hours the first time. But if you keep working at it, then you'll get the lay of the land of what you can do inside that magazine builder. And the second one will go faster. And the third one will go faster. And so this is content that you've got made for you that you bring in. So you're already saving the time to have to write this from scratch. Builderall's providing it for you. Now you're going to take it and put it into a magazine. You're going to take the time to do that so that you can use that magazine as a lead magnet. You can use it to sell. You can use it to put into a membership area. There's so many different things that you can do with this particular content. So it's not just about, let's take this content and put it in a magazine because we can. There's a reason you can do this. You can use it as a lead magnet. You can use it to sell. You can use it in a membership area to help educate your members. You can deliver it by website. So it's the flippable page on a website. You can deliver it on PDF so that they can download it and take a look at it that way. So it's what you want it to be. The main point is you don't have to write it from scratch anymore. You've got lots and lots and lots of content that you can use to start creating your own magazines right this second. But I want to emphasize, it's going to take 62 hours the first time, right? We're not going to sugarcoat things here.
Yeah.
It takes a while because you have to learn. Go ahead, Kanan.
Yeah, thank you. Jackie, just one question. How you're doing this mobile optimization? Is it automatically done by Builderall, or is there some other technique? That's because I don't see any option to, suppose in my mobile, the alignment may be differ. So what is the order, how it comes in mobile? Any ideas about that?
It does it automatically in PDF. It puts it in PDF format. It looks like it's in PDF when you go to mobile.
Oh.
Cindy,
unless you embed it. Unless you embed it. Sorry, if you embed it, then you're going to have to look at mobile and make sure that the size on mobile is stretched a little bit longer. Don't just embed it and leave it. Go to the mobile side and stretch the size of the magazine until you can see it clearly. But it looks beautiful on mobile. It honestly does.
It really does. I think Cindy was going to ask a question or make a comment. We can't hear you.
The 62 hours, yeah, at least on the first time, especially if you're like Jackie and I, where we're just like those perfectionists, where every time you go back and review it, oh, let me make this better, let me make that better, because you can do that all day long.
Mhm.
One
But
more
it's
tip
fun.
that I have is, I've got one more tip is when you do the design work, make sure that you create the design before you add the text. It just makes it so much easier to add a block here, put little dots here to the next page so that it looks the same, basically, and then you just drop in your text. It makes it really a lot easier, and that's how I create all my magazine, is adding the design to it first.
Dominic, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of your magazines, you know that, and I saw one of your magazines where you actually embedded a video, and at the beginning of the magazines, we were just putting like YouTube links, you know, and like a picture, and you press play and it would actually take you to YouTube. But I saw one of yours where you actually embedded a video. Are you using like an iframe with that? How are you doing that?
We've got an iframe in the magazine app.
That's what I was thinking you were doing. Okay, you
And
answered it.
guys, you
That's
can you can even put our webinar app, the webinar iframe, and embed the webinar inside of that magazine so people can see the webinar in the magazine on demand.
Cindy, go ahead.
Yeah, just added that video hosting, if you're a premium or funnel club, of course, I use video hosting for the magazine because that way it keeps them on the page instead of driving them and getting distracted somewhere else. But depending on what you're using it for, but you know, Jackie can talk for 3 days about this. I know that. So another little tip.
There's so many great features that yeah.
No, we love it. I could listen to you all night long.
The ability to iframe is also another really cool idea, to iframe those videos, because imagine what Jackie just did on putting the article about the 7 deadly sins of Instagram or whatever it was, or LinkedIn. You could actually create a quick video to introduce that article, right? So you're now creating a magazine that has you as seen as the expert, and then the article right underneath it. So seriously, you guys, major kudos when you put a magazine out and you've got that information that you got from the Mag5, right?
And go crazy, share that magazine on Facebook everywhere, because your links is in there. And I promise you guys, people are sharing these kind of things if it's valuable, and people is going to click on those links that are cookied. I mean, I get regularly hundreds and hundreds of people in my specific niche daily, and I don't even promote it anymore. It's being passed on from one person to another person to another person.
Awesome. Jason?
I was just going to say, the great thing for us newbies is that 62 hours has been reduced tremendously because there's so many templates.
That's right.
Yes.
You're exactly right. And beautiful templates too. My goodness. Absolutely. All right. So thank you, Jackie, so much for going over the magazine app and how to take content from Builderall and put that into a magazine. If it's all right, I'll jump in and do mine next, because I'm like super excited about mine too. And I'll show you what I did, which is a little bit different. And that is, I went to an article inside the blog. Let me go ahead and take you to that article and we'll take a look at it. So I just went to Builderall blog right here. And I just scrolled down and found an article that what I was interested in. So right there, I took Keck's article on the scarcity timer. And what I did was I read the information on the scarcity timer, and then he's actually got a video that he created. So I'm going to go ahead and click there, and we're going to take a look at it. So I'm going to click on that, and we'll go inside there. And holy cow, there is the information and the video. And let's see if I can find the direct video. I don't think it's taking me straight there. So there's A/B split tests and more than one site. And let me try that link again. I had it. Let's see. I think that's it right there. So what I did was I actually, yeah, the scarcity timer. So all I did, you guys, and this is so simple, dimple. Oh my gosh. All I did was actually click play, right, on his video. All I did was click play, and I opened up a notepad. So while it was playing, I actually had a notepad open. And as he was talking, I was taking notes. So he would say something about scarcity timer. He would say something about FOMO, so fear of missing out. he would say something about impulse buying, right? So all I'm doing is while he's speaking, I'm taking notes. That's all that I'm doing. And if I wanted to make this even simpler, I could actually open a Google Doc and actually speak my notes. Have you guys seen that feature yet? Let me show you that feature, because that's a pretty cool feature. So as he's talking, I could actually do, I was actually on Google already. I could go into my Google Docs, and there's the docs right there. And I could open a new document. And in this new document, I go to Tools and Voice Typing. So I listen to him speak. I like that idea. So I'm going to click on here. Scarcity timers are really important. And Keck was saying something about how important it is to make sure that you've got an end date for an offer, to make sure that the customer knows that they have a very limited time to be able to access this offer to purchase. And we want to make sure that they don't miss out because of fear of missing out or FOMO. And then I stop. And then I listen to him again. And then I speak it again. And then I listen to him again. And I speak it again. And that is notes, right? There's my notes right there. And then all I did, you guys, this is so simple. I took my notes and organized them in a way that I like the order. And I put bullet points. And then I went to Bridget's very favorite, Canva. So let me go to Canva. Boom. And I created a presentation. So inside of Canva, you can do all kinds of really neat things, even on the free account. And so I went in here to presentations, and I kind of scrolled down and said, let's look for a presentation that I like. I'm not sure, but I'm going to take a look, yada, yada, bada, 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 bing, bada, boom. Oh my gosh, there's a really neat design right there. Let's use that one. So then I go in here and start grabbing some slides and designs that I want. And then all I'm going to do is take my notes and put them into the slides. Okay, so I'm going to show you the slides that I came up with that were so easy, based on bullet points from my notes that I wanted to cover in a presentation. So there's my presentation. So I did the cover page for my presentation. And then I did a summary of what I wanted to cover. So the specific videos I wanted to shoot, because what I decided was I'm going to take Keck's information and I'm going to shoot a series of 7 videos. So I did an outline of the 7 days. So on the first day, I was just going to do a basic introduction. Second day, what is FOMO, which is fear of missing out. Third day, emotion plus urgency equals conversion. Fourth day, have you seen these? Meaning I was going to show some examples of scarcity timers. Fifth day, how to use scarcity inside of Cheetah. So I was going to actually take them into the editor and show them the scarcity timers. The fifth day or sixth day is mailing boss scarcity. So showing how to get the timers into email. And then the last day, putting it all together into a website. So that was my topic outline. And then I literally every single day, you guys, all I did was put the main slide. So the intro slide. And then I had this slide with the arrow pointing to what we were covering for that day. Then I had some slides that were bullet pointed slides on what I wanted to cover. So this is day 1. So this is all the material that I'm going to cover in day 1. And then on the last slide for the first video, I put my little Builderall Diva there, right? So that told me that that was the end slide for day 1. So the very next slide is the beginning slide for day 2. So there's the beginning slide. Second slide is pointing to what we're going to cover. Then I start the presentation and I go through those slides for the presentation. Then I'm looking for that slide that has the Builderall Diva on it. That tells me that's the end of day 2. So then the next slide is the beginning of day 3. You guys kind of see where I'm going with this, right? I'm doing just a straight line down of slides to take me through everything that I want to present. Then all I did was use a program called Screencast-O-Matic, and I opened up that Screencast-O-Matic and opened up this presentation to full screen. So just like this, and I started shooting my videos. And I literally went through each and every slide. And if I started at the very beginning, I start here, then I click, I say, okay, in this video, we're going to talk about emotion plus urgency equals conversion. So what does that mean? And then I go to the next one, I talk a little bit about it. I go to the next one, talk a little bit more about it. Go to the next one, talk a little bit more about it. Go to the next one. This is the last video for, or last slide for this video, because there's my little Builderall Diva. So I know I got to wrap it up and tell them what's in the next video. And then I take a break. And usually when I'm shooting these videos, if it's time for a spot where I need to separate the videos, I'll double clap. And what that does is create a really big double audio to show me that that's a place where I need to cut it. And then I keep it rolling. I don't change it. I keep it rolling. And then I start the next one. I'm Shelly Turner, the Builderall Diva, and we're back with video 4 of how to beef up your website for results using scarcity timers. And in this video, we're going to talk about, have you seen some examples of scarcity timers? So let's jump in and look at some examples. So you can see I can go straight through this presentation off of the information I got from Keck's video. I created these slides in a 7-day video series. So all these slides are ready for me to go. All I do is pull them up, start shooting, and go straight through the slides. And it's that simple. And I'll show you exactly what we came up with. And that is, I'll go to my YouTube channel. And we'll get into my channel. And I don't know if it's going to show my first page or not. Yeah, there they are. So there's all the videos. There's day 1 is over here, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I also put it in a playlist. If you go over into playlists, I've got the playlist right there. So it's how to beef up your website with scarcity and FOMO. So you can click right there and you can see all of the videos in order. And you'll see how fast I shot these and how easy it was to shoot these. And all 7 of these videos came off of one video that Keck did, where I just took notes and kind of stretched it out into a series of videos. Now, if you guys are interested in creating these videos yourself, because that's what this is about, is actually creating your own content, I've actually put these on the Builderall affiliate resource. So if we go into Builderall, let's see right here. And if I go to the knowledge base, and then inside the knowledge base, scroll down, and there's a resource board. If you click that resource board, this is where there's a bunch of graphics for you and emails and stuff like that, all kinds of neat stuff for you to use as an affiliate and to get content pre-made for you. But if we scroll all the way over, there's presentations, and there's the exact presentation that I created. So all you have to do is click on it, and there's the link right there. And it's a template, just exactly like what Bridget shared with you. You can click that, it will open up Canva, and you can start using that presentation, change it up if you want to, switch it up, change the wording, make it yours, put your picture on it, put your links on there, and then you can start shooting your own videos. So that was my process of creating new content from what Keck had already created. And it took me about 1 hour to do the summary, to know what slides I wanted to create, about another hour to put all the slides together, and then about another hour to create and edit all of the videos. So it's about 3 hours, and I got 7 days worth of content out of it. Okay, any questions?
Shelly, you know this was amazing, right? Just blew everybody's mind right now.
This is really fun to do. And this is a technique that I use to shoot videos really fast, is do that presentation in just one set of slides. I'm not making 7 days of presentations. It's one straight presentation. And I have some type of indicator that reminds me that this is the last slide for this video or this day. So when I hit that slide, I know I got to wrap it up. Okay, it's been great. Thank you for watching this video. And in the next video, we're going to talk about blah, blah, blah. I'll see you in the next video. And I just wait a second and double clap and then start shooting the next video. It goes so fast and so furious. And it actually takes way longer to edit the videos than it does to actually go through and shoot the videos. It's really, really fast. Bridget, question, and I think Terry as well.
First of all, I love that tip about the little Builderall Diva thing to move. Why did you not tell us this? We're the Mag5. How many presentations have we done? I'm ashamed of you, Shelly. But also now everyone else understands when you're like, hey, Mag5, yeah, just go ahead and do this presentation and then create the videos. And then, you know, tomorrow, does that work? Because you got this 1 hour, and you guys, she is totally serious. That would take me, I don't know, the whole day.
I can attest to that. I did a very similar thing, but I shot the videos second and put them in Canva, and it took me all day long to do that. And it was just like the 10 ingredients that Marshall Silver did. I did that on my own, and it was an all-day project for me.
Yeah, this one was so fast. And it's just, this is the fastest way to do it, you guys. I've streamlined this process. And to me, this is the absolute fastest way to do it. Now, in the videos, I have a couple of screen sharings where I go in and show website examples. So all I do literally is while it's shooting, I just minimize that window, open up the window so that I can show what I'm doing. And I'll give you another little tip in case you don't know this. When you are screen shooting, and you want to get that top bar off and the bottom bar that has the time, the date and the time, you can get that off by hitting F11 on your keyboard, and that will get rid of the top and the bottom. And then when you want it back, you just hit F11 again, and it will come back. And that way you won't have the date at the bottom, and you won't have all your bookmark stuff and all that kind of stuff. All that will go away, and your internet screen will go full screen for you, so you can show the full screen. So that's all I do, is I just minimize one, maximize the other, F11, and keep going. And then I F11 again, minimize that one, maximize the next one, and boom, keep going. And that's exactly how I shoot these videos. Terry?
Oh, well, I was just going to say the same thing pretty much that Bridget said, but about the little trick at the end of, I wish I'd had that this afternoon as I was shooting my presentation for this evening. But you know what? I will say one thing, and I'll agree with anybody who's commented. I've been working with Shelley for a while, and I always hear her say, oh yeah, I just go in here and I just shoot it all down in one thing and boom, 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 boom. And I'm going like, okay. And she's a great cheerleader. Just keep doing it. And it is getting easier. It really is getting faster for me because I managed to do just pretty much the same process, a little bit different, minus the one little trick. And you do get quicker. So because I was shooting all of my videos one at a time for a long time now. And I'd also like to mention that because of this challenge, I have used Canva for the presentation for the first time too. So these girls are really switching me over.
I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love creating the outline first of everything you want to teach, just creating that outline, summarizing. And one of the things that I do in my videos, and you guys have probably seen this, is to me, kind of less is more. I don't put a whole lot of information on my slides because it's all here. It's all here. If I've watched that video of Kex and I know what Kex said, it's here. So I just put little bits of information on the slides, not every single little thing. That way they're listening to me. Right? They're listening to me, the expert. And that actually gives me a lot of authority, but it also lets me guide them because I've got them. They got to stick with me because they may not understand even what's on the slide. It's typical for me to put some like funny things on the slide too. So they don't even know what that means. For example, in the list of days, I put, have you seen these? It doesn't even tell you what I'm going to cover that day, right? But it creates a curiosity that hopefully they'll say that and go, I don't think I've seen those. I need to watch that video. I don't even know what I need to see, but you know, you don't give it all away, right? So that way you've got them in the palm of your hand and they're waiting for you to explain what that little funny thing is on the slide or something like that. Now, if you're creating slides that are just all text, a lot of information, what they're going to do is they're going to read and ignore you, right? They're all wanting to be the expert and they're ready to ignore you if the information is there for them already. So don't let them. Give them little bullets, just little bits of information, and let yourself be the expert, and they have to listen to you to get that information. And then they will then see you as the expert. and they will hang on every word you're saying. As long as you're putting that summary in there and keeping it really short and simple, all it is bullet points. All it is guiding them, but you're going to give them the bulk of the information. Y'all, this is so easy to do with so much of the content that we have in Builderall. So you can do your summary, create your presentation, and then fly through it on the videos, and you've got days and days and days of content that you can release. Ray.
I was just going to say that the F11 trick is an old trick with almost all of the browsers. And so it's consistent regardless of what browser you're in. Just don't forget to re-establish your screen, because you'll say, where am I? How do I get out of this? You know,
Right. I have a lot of people that I'll tell them the F11 trick, and then they'll message me and go, I can't get my screen back. You just have to hit it again. That's all you got to do is hit it again, and then it'll come back.
What if you're on a Macintosh?
It works on a Macintosh? I'm not sure. I have a PC, so I'm not sure. Let me show you guys how it works, just so you can see it in action. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. So you can see at the top here, I've got 52 tabs, and plus I've got my bookmark toolbar, and then down here I've got the date, and I don't want all that to show on my video. So all I do is hit F11, and now all of that goes away. So that top part goes away, the bottom part goes away, and then when I'm done shooting my video, I just hit F11 again, it all comes back, and I'm good to go. So super duper simple tool to use, and it's actually very effective to kind of get rid of all the junk on the top and the bottom.
Chip, there is a list. Chip, there is a list on the Mac somewhere, and most of these and even more there. I think there are other capabilities that the Mac has. I don't know where it is, but if you search for it somewhere, you'll be able to find this list of everything you can do in a browser.
Yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Awesome sauce. Any other questions or comments, you guys?
I just wanted to let you guys know for the Mac is Command, Control, and the letter F.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Andre,
it's so good to see you.
Yeah, it's really good to see you too. Yeah, I'm back. So yeah, those are great videos that you've created, and I'm just wondering what the best way is to get traffic to those videos.
The best way is inside of that description, and I haven't done a lot of SEO with those videos because I wanted to just kind of get them up, but inside of the description, you're going to want to make sure that you hit on keywords that you want to be found with. So you want to put the word Builderall. I would put Builderall Diva because that's who I am. You want to put digital marketing. You want to put, any work from home. So any of those keywords you want to put inside that description, right? And then you also want to make sure that in the title of the video, if you can slide in some keywords there, that's really great. So you might say something like digital marketing, how to use scarcity timers to beef up your website. Day one. That's great. That's keyword rich right there, right? So the title's really important. The description's really important. And then you've got hashtags that you can use inside of YouTube as well. So all of those are ways that you can get found just by people searching specific words. And then the next step is to actually get out there and share those videos. So get out there and say, hey, I just did a free training. If you guys want to attend, here's the playlist link, go check it out. And then also another really good tip for YouTube is whenever you're putting a link, like I put my funnel club link. So it's shellyturner.com/funnel club. But make sure it's a fully qualified domain name, FQDN. That's really important to remember. What an FQDN is you make sure you put the HTTP : / in front of it. If you do that, then it's a clickable link. That's important.
Okay, great.
If you don't do the FQDN and you just do like shellyturner.com/funnel club, it's not a clickable link. It's there as text. But if you do it as a FQDN, fully qualified domain name, and that means it has the HTTP : / in front of it, then it will be clickable. And so when they look in that description, they'll be able to click it.
Great. Okay. And so I actually want to brand myself and be like recognized as, well, I picked up incomeplan.com.
Awesome.
And right. Yeah. And I got the .info and like all the others. Right. So I kind of like got that whole suite of domain names. So even the incomeplan.blog, I got that as well. So I want to create a whole blog on that as well. So, you know,
fantastic. So Andre, inside of your presentation, that needs to be on every single slide. That heavy duty branding, every single slide you have it somewhere, whether it's down at the bottom or it's a little thing on the top left or top right or wherever you want to put it. But brand that bad boy big time so that every single slide you have, it's on there. And let me tell you why. Because one of the things that I've truly enjoyed with my YouTube channel is that I've had people that have stolen my videos nonstop. And anybody else might go, oh my gosh, they've stolen my videos. That's so bad. They're stealing my content. Not me. I'm like, steal away, because I am flipping everywhere on the internet. And there are whole YouTube channels made up of only my videos, where they have taken all my videos and pulled them over and created brand new channels. It is the absolute craziest thing. So if you brand heavily, who cares if they steal? Right? You're going to get seen and you're going to get heard. So I get brand it, and then let them steal it. And as long as it's not like proprietary information, but this information we're talking about is taking public information from Builderall and creating your own content. It's not proprietary. Let them steal it. Just brand the heck out of it so people will still see you as the person that is the expert. Easy peasy.
Excellent.
Andre, is incomeplan.com affiliatable, if that's a word? Can you build affiliates under you?
Yes.
Awesome. Any other questions, you guys, before we go to our next person? All right, so we've got Terry. Are you ready? All right, I'm excited about Terry, you guys. She comes up with some of the neatest ideas, and I love her energy and how she's like so excited about everything, right? Terry is like the super excited grandma, and I love watching her present this information. So be ready for a treat. She's going to share some really neat stuff with you tonight on how to use pre-made content inside of Builderall. So take it away, Terry.
Wow, the Builderall grandma came out. When we got this challenge, I really did. I first of all, I started off, I kind of misunderstood the challenge at first, but that's okay. You can always adapt in Builderall, right? No problem. I found an article that Bridget wrote on the Builderall blog, all about how the coronavirus has affected local businesses. Nice short article, and I read it and I thought, you know what, I would really like to do something that would kind of take me back to where I was when I first found Builderall, and that was as an artist, as a local artist, trying to, and I imagine myself, all of these people that are used to going to craft fairs or local businesses now that have lost their businesses. And I wanted to, her article was about how to use an e-learning course to supplement and build their business and save their business. Well, it kind of went crazy. Let me share my screen with you. I'll show you what happened. Let's see, make sure I do this right. There we go. All right, now, are you guys seeing a screen with a quilt on it? Yep. Are you? Okay, good. I couldn't quite, let me move this out of the, okay. So this was where Grandma's big idea started. You see, when I first started with Builderall, I had all these ideas that all I needed was a website because I wanted to market my own e-learning courses. Well, then I found Builderall, and I've been so busy learning about Builderall and having so much fun here that I haven't built my own e-learning courses. And so this really got me into action. And as you can see, I have the plans for some time this year. Hopefully, it'll probably take me the rest of the year to sketch out these 5 quilt courses And I have taken action on that. And that's what I really wanted to kind of focus on tonight, because it's really about taking some information and parsing it out in step by step. And with Bridget's article, I'm going to move this right over here. And we're going to take a look at what I did with it. Whoops. See, hopefully that looks, you can see that okay.
Okay, the teacher part of me, the biology teacher part of me is loving this mind map. Oh my gosh.
Well, good. Because this is the way it really makes sense for me now, because I've learned from the master teacher, our own Diva, and I've been paying attention for the last few years and watching what she does. So I'm encouraging you to do the very same thing. Bridget's blog article, which is right here, down here, let's see if yes, it's called, let me see, I think it's called, yes, Did Corona Kill Your Business? Create a Course. So I'm going to leave the link for you down in the chat here in a little bit, so you can read it. But it was a great article, really inspired me. And I read it. I came up with 4 main topics, but I kind of did a little shift on it. I kind of got away from that original thing about making something that was really just about me, and thought, no, I want to really speak to like local businesses in general. And I came up with 4 topics, and then I did 3 points on each topic that I pulled out of Bridget's article, and then created the slides in Canva, and I had all my notes over here. So now I have my 2 monitors set up this afternoon, and even though I didn't have that little tips and tricks from Shelley, it was okay, because I went right into my new friend Canva, into the presentation mode. And I'm going to see if I can, I'll just show you the presentation, because I'm also willing, I'd love to share with you the slides in this presentation. There's no reason why anybody can't use the same presentation and tweak it for themselves. Here's the reason I really wanted to cover this idea this way, because I envision this e-learning course of being not necessarily just a brand builder for a local business, but it can do many other things. We can use it as a lead magnet. We can actually monetize the course itself. We can create a network of people. So inside my course, the first one is how to monetize whatever brand authority that local business is talking about. And I covered things like, okay, how do you figure out, like if you're a restaurant or a hardware store, what am I going to make an e-learning course about? And I just did a short video, I think just only a few minutes long, about how to find out those questions and get that down. And then in the next video, we're going to talk about how building this brand authority with local businesses, you as the person who has now built a course can help other local businesses in your area do the same thing. And what does that do? That sets you up just spot on if you create a course now doing the same thing that you just learned how to do to build your affiliate team. Now, the next phase of the next video is I wanted to spend some time talking about the non-monetary value of creating and curating content from local artisans, local businesses, local flavors. There's so many ways that we can curate that wisdom, whether, especially here in Builderall, whether we're using a directory tool, a magazine, a webinar, and holding events. And we can actually build a benefit and value in our community with a core niche of like-minded entrepreneurs. and in Builderall, that's the kind we want anyway. So that's what that video is about. And then I top it off. The last one, Shelley kind of meant, it was asked after her presentation was, okay, you've got the course now. How do you get traffic to your course? And of course, that was the perfect time for me to drop some links in the e-learning course for Shelley's presentation on using a funnel in building a funnel in Canvas, only now it's the Cheetah Funnel Builder. Then we also have a couple more videos on the organic traffic and the paid traffic. And then I even included a video I recently did in one of my lives, I think it was, about how to find the Builderall marketplace and why you should. Because now we're going to be able to spend some time talking about and getting other people, the people that are inside this course, thinking about what kind of products, what kind of offers they can contribute and come in and bring into the marketplace. So really, I kind of envisioned this as eventually, once it gets all fleshed out, something that I can use as a lead magnet. I could monetize it, and I could also use it to build my team. This is, let's see, let me move this down this way, and I'll just see if I can stop sharing. I want to show you briefly the funnel. I mean, not the funnel, the slides that I want to share with you. Yeah, let's see. This is
so crazy to watch you do this, because this is taking one piece of content from Bridget and just stretching it out into an amazing piece of content for you. So okay. I'm super excited about what you've been able to do with Bridget's article.
Let's see. Am I screen sharing the right one? I can't tell.
I think so. We're seeing Canva. And
yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Anyway, good. And you can see, I just went in. I tell you what, I've been using some other presentations, and I just went in and made the same thing. I did some slides. I put my titles here, and then a bullet point. On the next one, I added the second bullet point. On the next one, I added the third one, keeping in mind, because you see, I was paying attention to Shelley when she told me that some time ago, you don't want to have them reading ahead. And I built out this slide presentation, which I'll be glad to share the link with. We can add it to the resource board if you like. And then I got out Screencast-O-Matic and narrated over it. And now I have four videos inside an e-learning course, which, let me see, we can see as soon as I bring it up. It's not, let's see. Let me stop sharing.
And again, think about this. She's taken one article and created an e-learning. That's so crazy, you guys, right?
Now,
how much value is that? That's huge.
Now, I haven't done any customizing to this yet, but I'm proud to say that something that normally would have taken me probably a week to do, I managed to get done in less than 24 hours. So that's a big improvement. And you can see I haven't done any of the design work, and there's going to be lots of tweaking that I can do on this course, because I found a couple spelling mistakes that I need to go back. But the course itself, once it's done, then I can turn this into any kind of, let me go down to the last one, because that's I haven't added any other content, but here's the links that are live going to those training videos. And it's just one way to take this one blog article, and I'll go ahead and stop sharing now, and give it so many different purposes and bring it in. And even building the e-learning, that first e-learning course with those four 4 simple videos. That can be expanded. Let yourself dream and get bigger there. Because if you can collaborate with a few other people in an area, in a local, with your local businesses, you can come together and really start sharing skills and building a network together. And I really honestly think that so many communities are looking for resources just like we have. And we can do it with Builderall on a very simple blog post. So that was my presentation for you today.
Excellent. And it's so exciting to see one blog post turned into an e-learning. And guys, what's really cool is let the Mag5 teach you and then just regurgitate what they're teaching and putting it into emails, into blogs, into videos, into e-learning. Use their expertise and claim some of their expertise to put that content out for yourself so that you can be seen as the expert. It is so easy to do. It's there for you. That's why it's there, is for you to be able to do that. So not only can you learn from it, but you can claim some of that expertise and get that content out there. I am super duper excited about Gene and what he's going to show us. It's not like we had an exciting night tonight, right? So I'm going to throw it over to Gene and let Gene show him what he's got on tap for showing us how we can take Builderall content and convert it into our very own content to use to get information and branding out there for us. So Gene, take it away, dude.
What's up, guys? What's up? So save the best for last. No, not really. But actually, guys, for today, or the lesson that I'm going to do, I had something prepared for you guys, and I still have it, but I'm gonna change it up here live because, like, I'm watching what Shelly's teaching. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna repeat myself if I teach that. Then I saw what Bridget did, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna change it up on the fly. But what I'm gonna do, guys, is who here doesn't have a YouTube channel? Let me see. I'm looking. Raise your hands. Who doesn't have a YouTube channel? Okay, who has a YouTube channel? Raise your hand. All right. Now, who posts content on the YouTube channel? Raise your hand. Not that many. Who posts content regularly? How about that? Okay. Yeah, I know. Same here. Same here. Now, with all the things that you guys have been listening and learning, you guys can literally pump out content either every day if you think you got it, or start it slow and do once a week. That way you have 4 videos published every month. And you can never run out of content, because if you're not out of content, that means we stop putting out content. And I don't think that's ever going to happen. Okay. So you literally have content for life. Okay. So what I did, let me get it real quick. All right. So what I did is I grabbed and share my screen. Virtual, here we go. All right, so you guys should be able to see my screen right here. So as everybody, I grabbed one of mine because I know it, so I didn't have to go over it too much. So I grabbed one of those blog posts that I created, and it's on how to build a huge team, right? Now, who here is an expert in marketing or in network marketing? I can't really see the hands up because I'm sharing the screen, but I'm not an expert either. I just know a little bit more than the person before me. So that's something that you guys need to keep in mind. You just need to know a little bit more than the person before you, and you're the expert. Okay, so you guys can actually share something from this blog and create a video, post it, and I see it on YouTube, and I see you as the expert because you're confident, you're telling me about this stuff, and maybe I don't know what it is that you're talking about. And my camera turned off. So then, here I talked about usually with network marketings and affiliate marketing, right? You want to have a team. So I got all this. Then I also have a video here So it's also great how Shelly showed you, right? You can go to a video, listen to the video, open up your notepad, open up Google, and then just start typing, or have Google listen to you and write it for you, or take it a step further, have Google listen to the video and write what the video is saying for you. So it's even better. Like, or you literally have a transcript right there. Okay. So I use what our favorite software to use now. It's Canva. I switch Photoshop for Canva. I mean, Photoshop is great. Don't get me wrong. It's still an amazing software, but I mean, oh my God, all the resources that Canva has, and for free. And even if you upgrade for the upgraded version, I'm paying yearly, it's like $150 a year. It's so worth it because you have so much presentations, what's it called? Social media and all these things that you guys could do. So I grabbed this and I just, you know, gathered the bullet points that I feel that I can talk about, and what I'm going to show in my YouTube video that I'm going to let out, you know, maybe like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, depending when you want to release your YouTube video. And I just changed the wording a little bit. I put how to start a huge team instead of how to build a huge team. And even if you do it word for word, it's still coming out from your voice because you're recording a YouTube video. And what's great here, what I'm going to show you guys, this is why I decided to change it up, is that who here likes to be on camera and show their face? Raise your hand. Not that many people, right? So what's great with Canva is that you can actually just record your voice, right? You can use what Shelly said, Screencast-O-Matic. That's great. Or what I was going to show you guys, I was going to show you OBS, but then I thought about it. I'm like, that's a little bit more on the techie and it's complicated. I mean, it's a great software and I definitely recommend you guys check it out, OBS. But I'm like, how can I simplify it? And how can I maybe use something that we already have? So I thought about it as we're doing this, and I'm like, I got it. So I built the presentation, right? It's simple, it's easy, it's not too much text, right? You don't want to have people to have to look at your screen and read everything. They're like, okay, I'm bored. I don't like what it's saying, right? Because sometimes you might have something and the way that you say it is not the way that you wrote it on screen. Because that's how I do my presentation. This right here is just giving me a little reminder of like what I'm going to say and what I need to say. Then here are the bullet points. Create your Builderall funnels. All right, what am I going to talk about Builderall funnels? I can add, you know, probably a whole paragraph of this. So I got just small little things here. And since I don't want to show my face, right? Because maybe I don't like how I look, or I just want to make sure that this video always comes out on Monday and this is the only time I can record it. But, you know, maybe you can't show your face for some reason. So we can go to, let me open up. All right. We can go to Builderall, then go to our webinar builder. And this is also good in two ways. You get to have people see you live and in person, or you can record it. But I recommend do it live because when you do a live video on YouTube or on Facebook, right? Facebook and YouTube sends you free traffic. It sends you people to come see your live. You know, they want people to see what's going on their platform. So here with the webinar, I would do stream to YouTube or Facebook. Webinar room, USA, you can allow to record. Select your broadcast, either stream it to YouTube. I think you have to have 100, either 100 or 1,000 subscribers, I don't remember, to stream live to YouTube. So the best bet to started with Facebook. So I would stream to Facebook. Usually you'll get a little screen so you can sign on to Facebook. I already did that. and I would stream to my personal page or my fan page. Let's just do my personal page right now. I'll press apply. And then here you go. It gets all the things that's needed. I would press OK. And then I will go next and open webinar room. And the video might look a little funky now since I'm using the camera here on Zoom. Or even better, it doesn't show, so that's good. All right. So what you guys could do is, here I'm not live yet. For me to go live, I will have to press start broadcast button, but I don't want that yet because I'm not ready yet. I haven't prepared my presentation yet. So what I want to do is I want to go back to Canva. And let's say I'm going to present this on this live video. So I want to click on present. And here it gives you a couple of options: standard, autoplay, or presenter view. I love this, the presenter view, because it actually pops up a little window of just the presentation. And you can click enter full screen if you want to, but I don't need to go full screen. Actually, we'll keep it over here. Let's go back. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. So we'll keep it on full screen. Now here's a little shortcut that you could do. When you do on Macs, is Command Tab. You get this right here. And on Apples, on Windows is, I think it's Control or
it's Alt Tab.
Alt
Tab. Alt Tab.
Yeah, it's Alt Tab on the PC. So I'll leave it on full screen and I'll go back to my webinar right here. And here we have share screen. And this is what's awesome about the webinar. It has these cool little designs. So you can either have your camera here or not. And I want to choose, let's do this one. This one's nice. And I want to do, instead of entire screen, I would do application window. And then here you see, should be this one. Oh, no, wait. It's not that one. Okay, so let's stop the presentation. All right, so I guess not in full screen, it doesn't work in full screen. So we have to leave it as at the regular window view so that we can actually have it as a selection. So let's go back to this right here and let's stop sharing and let's try it again. Start share screen. We say we're going to use this one. And there we go. So here you have the whole presentation and I'll press share. So now I have here this cool graphic and design. I have my name here, Gene, Builderall. And you can select other ones. And then all I have to do now is go back to this window. Where'd it go? Right here. And when I'm ready to go live, I will press start broadcast. And then I can introduce myself, right? You'll have your video here, your presentation ready. And the good thing is you can actually disable your camera. So here it shows it's blank. So maybe we can select something else, or you could just share the screen completely by itself without this little cutout. All right, I can just do this, share the screen, select application window, select this window, and then now it shows this. So now I can press start broadcast and I will go live. And what's great about having that is that you have here your little presentation window. You press next, it goes to the next slide, but it's only showing this screen and this window. And in Canva, when you go back to the main Canva, you can have here, you can see it has little notes. So maybe if you have to say something here about gathering your leaders and market, maybe you want to say that you want to contact your closest friends, or ABC, whatever it is that you want to say, but nobody that's watching your live Facebook video or your live YouTube video, they don't get to see none of that. So you can actually plan and have something scripted. And since you're not showing your face, right, people don't know that you're reading off a script. I mean, the only way they would know is if you're actually reading, contact your closest friend, period, enter. When if you sound that robotic, that's the only way that someone would know that you're actually reading off a script. Okay. But besides that, right, they're watching this presentation and it looks amazing because it was built on Canva, and it's live and it's on Facebook or YouTube. And then if you decide you want to show your face, right, what's great about it is, like we said, we have these cool little graphics here. I like this one. This one's nice. All right, I have these, and people are going to see you're live on Facebook, you're live on YouTube, and they're like, I haven't seen something like this in any of these software out there. Or people are going to ask you, great presentation, how did you go live like that? And guess what? You can tell them, well, with Builderall. And they're going to ask you, what's Builderall? I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you right now, real quick. So definitely, guys, we have an amazing tool, an amazing platform. And on top of that, we have amazing content that you guys can never run out of content. Because like I said, if you do, that means something happened to us. And you got to call 911. Find out what went wrong. Okay. And let me stop sharing.
And I love what you were mentioning.
Yeah, that's it.
I love what you mentioned about the webinar platform too, because I didn't even think about the fact that you can go in and screen share like that and actually do exactly what I did with Screencast-O-Matic, but do it with our webinar platform. And when you went to go set up everything, Jean, there's a little toggle button that you can set that's for record. So if you toggle that button for record, when you go into that webinar room and actually get everything set up, you never have to go live. You can actually just run it through and record it, and you can record it with or without your video. Another really cool thing that has is not only the screen share, but there's a whiteboard. So if you're trying to explain something and draw something out, don't draw like me. Mag5 got to see me draw today, and they all were pretty much convinced I'd add alcohol today. They were like, is this how you really draw, Shelly? Yes, it is. So that's why all these paintings that I have are amazing. You guys have seen my artistic ability. But the cool thing is that whiteboard is there. So if you do want to draw out some things and mind map and stuff like that, you can get one of those really cool pads. These pads are what, $30 now? They're like super duper cheap. They plug in by USB, and you have a stylus, and you can write on that pad and it appears on the screen. So you can do it that way, or you can screen share and open up PowerPoint and do it that way. There's 6 to 1, half a dozen of the other. The important thing is that start using these tools that we have inside of Builderall to be able to knock this thing out. So Gene did an excellent job of showing us not only how he could take content and convert it, but how we can use another Builderall tool to be able to create that content and deliver it. So we could record it right with the webinar platform, and then from there, break those videos up and create the individual videos that you want to put out for content. So absolutely fantabulously done, Jean. Thank you very much. Good job. So I want to open it up for questions if you guys have them. I know that Terry did her presentation, and then Jean. So do you guys have any questions for both of them on what they presented? No, wait, don't everybody rush. Jason, go ahead.
Not necessarily a question. I just want to say thank you to all 5 of you, or all 6 of you. That was amazing. That was some great information.
Thank you. We are the honorary Mag5.5 tonight. That's what we're going to be tonight. But thank you so much, you guys, for being here. I know that we've kept you for quite some time, but we knew this was going to be a lot of really neat ways to take content and convert it into your own content so that you can get out there, get seen as the expert, raise your authority level, and then actually start building your business no matter what niche you're in. So we're so thankful that you guys are here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for the Magnificent Five. They've put their heart and soul into this, you guys, and there's no doubt about it that they are just magnificent. I can't even think of another word for them because that's not quite big enough, but we'll work with it. Thank you guys for coming in tonight and watching what we had to offer. Hopefully you've learned something new and you can run with it when you're done with this meeting. And I just want to say again, have a fabulous night. Thank you for being a part of Builderall. And don't forget to go out there and build something amazing. With Builderall. Bye, you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you, everybody.